let's get into our lesson. First, begin with a sheet of paper. If you have a round or craft paper, that would be awesome. But if not, a blank white sheet of paper will do just fine. If you have a bigger sheet of paper, that'll be perfect too. Next, you're going to put your hand on the paper. Make sure not to write on the paper yet. Next, you're going to trace around your hand using a crayon. Trace as best as you can. Put your hand out and stretch out your fingers so you can get around each individual finger. Trace all the way around your hand, even at your wrist. There you go. This is what it should look like when you remove your hand. Make sure that you go all the way around and get every single finger. Next, you're going to make around that line around your hand that you drew, very thick. So go back over it with your crayon and just fill in that line and make it a really thick line. Keep going around, making sure that line is nice and thick. Next, we're going to color in between our fingers. So you can see our artist here has filled in the space. This is called the negative space. You're going to go around drawing a line from one finger to the next and then coloring in that space in between the fingers. Go all the way around. Here's our biggest space in between our index and our thumb. Keep going all the way around. Next, you're going to make a second handprint. If you're right-handed, the first one was probably pretty easy because you were using your left hand to trace. Now you can try to make it a little bit more difficult. Try tracing with your right hand. If you're having difficulty, ask a parent or a sibling or friend to help you trace your other hand. But we want to have both of our hands on our drawing, our left hand and our right hand. We're going to follow the same process, tracing around, but this time we're going to use a different color crayon. Make sure to use a different color crayon for each one. Traditionally, the colors that the cave people would use were based on what they could find, like berries and charcoal and sometimes even some bugs. So there were very natural colors like reds, orange, and brown. But if you want to make yours super colorful, that's up to you. Go ahead. Make it a rainbow. Whatever colors you like, it's up to you. So after we trace all the way around, the second step is that we want to make our outline of our hand thicker than it was with our tracing. And remember again, we're going to go around and go from finger to finger and color in that negative space in between each hand. And there's our completed second hand. Alright, let's do another one. You can switch back over to your left hand if you want, or keep going on that same right hand. Remember, you can overlap these handprints. The handprints found in the Lascaux caves were overlapped, and it makes them look super cool when you overlap them. So make sure to overlap them. Again, you're going to trace around your hand. Don't worry that you've gone into your other hand. We're just going to go over that again. Make sure your outline is nice and thick. And then go around and fill in the spaces in between your fingers. Trace as many handprints as you want. Do at least 4, but if you can get a ton of handprints on there, go ahead. Make it look as super cool, as super interesting as you would like. Make sure the outline is thicker by tracing around your hand. And then color in between the fingers. So there you go. You have your negative space Handprints cave art. Final thing that we're going to do is make it look like a cave. So we're going to pick up our paper and then we're going to crumple it together. Crumple, crumple, crumple. To give it that cool cave texture. Be careful not to rip it though. Squish it into a little ball. But again, be careful and gentle. And then unfold it and you have your cave texture. One final thing that you can do to add to this that isn't shown in the slideshow is you can add little symbols, like some stick figures, maybe holding some spears or some bow and arrows. Maybe do some cool animals like a deer or a bison, or even little symbols. Whatever you want to add, make it look like your own cool creative artwork.